And to lead it off here for Seattle is Suzuki, and he's batting 220. He's got 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And this is GOLTZ's third appearance, his third start of the year. He's 0-1 with a 1.8 ERA. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Puckett's out there, makes the catch for out number 1. And Harold Reynolds comes to the plate, batting 152, no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. He tosses it over to Carew, and now there's 2 down. And it brings up Alex Rodriguez, batting 193 with 2 homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Puckett makes the last out of the game, out of the inning. And the Mariners go down in order. We go to the bottom of the first. Mariners nothing. Twins coming to the plate. And the Twins will send up Knobloch, Carew, and Puckett. And Chuck Knobloch is batting 180. He's got 2 homers and 8 RBIs on the year. This is Matt Young's third start of the year. He's 1-1 with a 6.5 ERA. Here's the pitch to Knobloch. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Reynolds. He tosses it over to Davis for out number 1. As Cleveland baseball fan 879 joins us. Check out his great channel, folks. He does a lot of strat. And now you got Rod Carew up, and Carew's batting 259 with 1 homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Carew for out number 1. And now you got Mr. Kirby Puckett up. And Puckett's batting 268. He's got 2 homers and 11 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Suzuki camps under it. And the Twins go 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the second, still no score. You got Griffey due up, followed by Martinez and Apba. Griffey's batting 196 with 3 homers and 9 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Larry and left. And there's 1 down. Now you got Edgar Martinez out. And Martinez is batting 205. He's got 2 homers and 5 RBIs. That's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a ground ball. Nope, sorry. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field for out number 2. And Apba is up, and he's batting 462 off to a great start with 3 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to just be a lazy fly ball out the left. And the side's retired in order. To the bottom of the second we go. You got Killebrew due up here, followed by Heisel and Hunter. And Killebrew's batting 229, 5 homers and 10 RBIs. That's a ground ball down the third. Martinez scoops it up, fires to first, 1 down. And Larry Heisel steps up, only batting 103 with no homers and no RBIs. He is 3 for 29 on the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Young strikes him out. I think that's Young's second strikeout of the game, and it is. And that brings up Torrey Hunter now. 2 down, nobody on in a 0-0 game. Hunter batting 154 with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Apba camps under it, and that'll end the inning. To the top of the third we go in a 0-0 game. You got Davis due up. He'll be followed by Wilson and Young, the bottom third of the order. See Seattle's upcoming schedule. They got 3 more games here in Minnesota. Then they go home to take on KC. Alvin is batting .214 with no homers and no RBIs. That's going to be a fly ball out to Hunter. And there's one down. Now after Alvin's up, Mr. Wilson's up, batting .143 with no homers and 4 RBIs. That's going to be a swing and a miss. That's the first strikeout for GOLTZ. And now Matt Young, can he finally get something going here for his own team, help his own cause? He's 0 for 4 on the year. And he does. That ball is driven out to left field, but Larry Heisel comes running in, makes a nice catch, and takes a base hit away from Young. So the side's retired in order again. To the bottom of the third we go, with the bottom part of the order due up here for the Twins. Beatty, Versells, and GOLTZ. And Beatty's batting .100, no homers, and 1 RBI. And that's the first base runner of the game, folks, as Beatty walks. So Young puts the go-ahead run down at first with nobody out. And Zorro over Versells is up, batting .261, no homers, and 1 RBI. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be against the lefty. That'll be of course, right after the walk, that's going to be a single in the right field. Beatty with his speed will stop at second with nobody out. And all of a sudden now, Twins are making some noise. And you got first and second with Dave up. They're going to put the bunt sign on. He's 0 for 3 on the year, trying to get both runners in the scoring position. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. So here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be fouled off again. Strike 2. They're keeping the bunt on now. And that's going to be and he's going to walk him. He was up 0-2. He's trying to bunt, and he walks him, folks. Matt Young walks, the base is loaded with a guy trying to make an out. Now the bases are full. Top of the order's up. Knobloch's at the plate. Beatty at third. Versells at second. And Dave down there at first. Knobloch 0 for 1 today. Here's the pitch to Knobloch. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. With Beatty's speed, he probably isn't going to be able to tag up. With Griffey's arm out there. Griffey's got a cannon out there. So Beatty's going to stay put. That's just a fly ball out to center. Now there's 1 out, and a ground ball could get Matt Young out of this with nobody scoring. Carew struck out his first time up, and that's not going to get the job done. That's going to be a 16 on a 7. That's going to be a base hit in the center field, and that might score 2 or Versells' speed here. Let's check it out. That'll be a 56 minus 18. Yep, he'll score with no throw. The question is, will Dave try to get down to third? And with the big boys coming up, he's going to stop at second. So that's a 2 RBI single by Carew, and you still got first and second now, and a 2-0 game with Kirby Puckett coming up. So Dave's down at second, Carew's at first, Puckett at the plate. Puckett was 0 for 1. He flew out to right his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right again. And Dave's going to stay put. Now there's 2 down. And Mr. Killer's up first and second. Twins up 2-0. Can he double your fun, double your pleasure, and double your lead maybe here? He is 0 for 1 today. That's going to be a base on balls. Matt Young walks the bases loaded for a second time here. And Larry Heisel comes to the plate. And Larry struck out his first time up against Matt. Bases full of Twins. GOLTZ at third, Crew at second, Killebrew at first, and Larry at the plate. And that's going to be 8 against a 12. And that's going to be a single ever short. And that'll score 2. And the question is, will Killebrew with his speed make it down to third? Excuse me. And Hill State put it second. So another 2 RBI single makes this a 4-0 ball game, folks. And the wheels are coming off the card here for Matt Young in the third. Now you got Torrey Hunter up, runners at first and second in a 4-0 game. They go out there and ask Mr. Young what his problem is. And Torrey's 0 for 1 today. He flew out the left. And that's going to be a 13. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Nice play by Reynolds to end this inning, but 4-run score. Twins lead 4-0 as we go to the top of the fourth. The Mariners do have the top of the order coming up here with Suzuki, Reynolds, and Rodriguez down by 4. Suzuki's 0 for 1 today. Excuse me, and that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Tosses it over to Carew for out number 1. Reynolds is up now, and he's 0 for 1. He grounded out to the mound his first time up. And that's going to be against a righty, 17. And that's going to be the first base hit of the game for the Mariners. Now you got a runner down at first, 1 out for Mr. Alex Rodriguez. 1 swing and a bat, and he can cut this lead in the half here and make it a ball game again. Alex is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a pop-up. Got underneath that one straight up the chute. Beatty waits for it to come down. In foul territory, makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Now Griffey's up. And Griffey is 0 for 1 today. Flew out the left his first time up. And he's got a hold of this one, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. How far is this one going to go is the question. And it's out of here. Over the garbage bags out there in right field. And this game is now 4-2, and the Mariners are right back in it. 2 down, nobody on for Edgar Martinez. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's a base on balls. Dave still reeling after that homer. So now you got the tying run at the plate, and Baez with 2 down. Baez is 0 for 1 today. He flew out the left his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 14. And that's going to be a single. So all of a sudden now the Mariners are smoking hot here. And Dave is reeling. So now the go-ahead run comes to the plate. And Mr. Alvin Davis. And Alvin is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Versells. He goes the short way over to second. And that'll end the inning, but the 2-run homer by Griffey makes it a 4-2 game as we go to the bottom of the fourth. You got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Twins. Beatty, Versells, and GOLTZ. And Beatty, he walked and came around the score back in the third. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Young. That'll be out number 1. And Versells comes up. He singled and came around the score back in the third. That's going to be against the lefty. That's going to be a single in the right field, single in the left field rather. So Zorro's on base for the second time today. And that brings up Dave GOLTZ. And remember, he tried to bunt. And Matt Young ended up walking him to load the bases back in the third, and he came around to scoring. They're going to put the bunt sign on again for him. And that's going to be a foul ball. That'll be strike number 2. So the 0-2 pitch coming. They're keeping the bunt sign on. And he gets down a nice bunt this time down the third base. Martinez is up with it. He fires over to Davis, but the runner will get in the scoring position with 2 outs. So 2 outs, a runner down at second. And Chuck Knobloch comes to the plate. And Chuck is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. Matt Young was at his 4th walk. Yep, his 4th walk of the ball game. And that brings up Rod Carew now with first and second in a 4-2 game. And Carew, he hit a 2 RBI single his last time up. He's 1 for 2. And an 8, 16. And that's going to be a pop up down the short. Rodriguez waits for it. That'll end the inning. And the Twins strand 2. We go to the top of the 5th. Twins leading 4-2. You got Mr. Wilson due up, followed by Young and Suzuki. And Mr. Wilson is 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Hunter and right. And there's one down here in the top of the 5th. Matt Young comes to the plate, 0 for 1 on the day. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that is Dave's second strikeout of the game. We're back to the top of the order. And Suzuki. Suzuki's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be against the righty. 19. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Dave. He fires over to Alvin. And Carew, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes the Mariners. To the bottom of the 5th we go. We got the big boys coming up here for the Twins. 3, 4, 5 hitters. Puckett, Killebrew, and Heisel. And you see the Minnesota Twins upcoming schedule. They got 3 more games here at home against Seattle. Then they head out west to take on the A's. And here's the pitch to Puckett, who's 0 for 2. And that's a base on balls. A Young's 5th walk of the game. See if the Twins can take advantage of it with the big boys here. Killebrew's up. He's 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. And that's going to be popped up back near the screen. Wilson makes the catch, and there's 1 down. And now Larry Heisel's up. And Larry, he's 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI single his last time up. And that's going to be 40. Let's see here. 8, 9, 12. And that's going to be a rare play with a runner on first. So rare play on a 40. Re-roll some dice. 21 and a 40. It's going to be hit down to first base. Alvin's down there. And that's going to be first on an error, runner to second. If he's fast, he gets to third. So, yep, that's going to be an error, an E3. Runner's going to get down to third. So now we got first and third, 1 out. So a walk and an error's got Matt Young in a pickle here, folks. And Torrey Hunter comes to the plate with 1 out, a runner down at third. And Puckett, runner down at first, and Heisel. And Torrey's 0 for 2 today. Can he drive in a run and give him some more breathing room? That's going to be a swing and a miss. Big strikeout by Young. Now there's 2 outs, so it's up to Mr. Beatty to deliver here with a 2 outs. He's 0 for 1. He's walked in this game and came around the score. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. And no, it's not going to be a ground ball down the short. It's going to be a hit by pitch. So he hits Beatty. And it sure wasn't intentional because Young's been wowed all day. So the bases are full. And this might not be the man you want up here. He is red hot today. Oh, Vorsells is 2 for 2 today. Runners everywhere you look. Puckett at third, Heisel at second, Beatty at first, and Zorro at the plate. 2 for 2 today. Can he deliver again? Nope, not this time. That's going to be a ground ball down the second. He'll go the short way over to second. So the Twins leave the bases loaded. We go to the top of the 6th. Twins hanging on to a 4-2 lead. And you got the top of the order due up here to 2, 3, 4 hitters. Reynolds, Rodriguez, and Griffey. Reynolds is 1 for 2. Singled and came around the score his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Dave strikes him out. 3rd strikeout of the game for Dave. Here comes Alex Rodriguez. He's 0 for 2. He has flown out and popped up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Torrey Hunter. He waits for it, makes the catch, and there's quickly 2 down. Here's the man that's driven in both runs. Griffey, he hit a 2-run homer his last time up. 1 for 2 in a day. And Dave wants nothing to do with him. That's his 2nd walk given up by Dave. Griffey's down at first, but that brings the tying run to the plate. And Martinez is 0 for 1 today. He did walk his last time up. Here's the pitch to Edgar. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So Dave knew what he was doing, pitching around Griffey. Strikes Martinez out. Strands 1. To the bottom of the 6th we go. And you got GOLTZ due up. And he'll be followed by Knobloch and Carew. And Dave has walked and came around the score and laid down a bunt today. And that's going to be a base on balls. Young walks him for the 2nd time. The last time he walked Davey came around the score. He's up to 6 walks in this game, folks. Chuck Knobloch's up. And matter of fact, he walked his last time up. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be popped up. That is straight up the chute. Wilson takes the mask off, waits for it to come down. It's in foul territory for out number 1. Now Rod Carew's up. He's 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs in the game. Here's the pitch to Carew, and he gets a hold of this one, folks. Where's this one going to land out there in the outfield? And that's going to be that is going to be a Minnesota home run right over those trash bags. That was a scraper, but it counts, folks. That's a 2-run shot by Rod Carew. And it makes the lead 6-2 now. Rod Carew with his 2nd homer of the year increases the lead by 2, gives him some breathing room, and now Puckett's up. And Puckett is 0 for 2 today. He walked his last time up. So walking the pitcher doesn't pan out. And now he walks Martinez. And that just might be it for Young. Let's see here. He walks Puckett. And let's see here. When's he due up? He's not due up for a while. When is he? So they are probably going to have to go to the bullpen. Bring in a righty here. So Schuler is coming in the game. That'll be it for Young. So he can't make it out of the 6th inning here, getting beat up. Got a runner down at first, 1 out. Trailing by 4. Mike at? There's Mike. And Mike Schuler, this is his sixth appearance, no record with a 5.91 ERA. Puck it down at first. Killebrew at the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Mike comes in and strikes out the first batter he faces for out number 2. And now Larry comes to the plate. And Larry's 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI single. Reached on an error his last time up. That's going to be a ground ball down to Rodriguez. And that'll end the inning as he tosses it over to Reynolds. But the 2-run shot by Carew makes it a 6-2 game as we go to the top of the 7th. You got a Baez due up, followed by Davis and then Wilson. Baez is 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Killebrew. He fires over to first, and that'll be out number 1. And Alvin's up now. He's 0 for 2. He is flown out and grounded into a force play. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Killebrew again. Might want to hit it somewhere else. Killebrew now 2 down, nobody on for Mr. Wilson, who's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Knobloch. And the Mariners go down 1, 2, 3. We make it to the 7th inning stretch. It's a 6-2 game. You got Hunter, Beatty, and Versells due up here in the 7th. Torrey is 0 for 3, struck out his last time up. That's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a nice play down there by Rodriguez. He fields it, fires over to Davis for out number 1. Took a base hit away for Hunter. Nice play, Alex Rodriguez. And Beatty's up now. He's 0 for 1. He has been walked. He's been hit by a pitch and came around to score once in this game. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. He goes the other way. And with his speed, he'll hold at second, makes a turn, but he'll stay there. Here comes the man, Zorro. He is 2 for 3. He has came around to score once. Let's see what old Zorro can do. That's going to be another hit batter. Now the Twins are getting a little upset here as Mike hits Versells. Again, I don't think you hit a 6-2 lead, but who knows? Now Dave's up. Can Dave lay down a bunt here? He is walked twice and had a sacrifice bunt. Here's the pitch to Dave. That's a nice bunt. That is bunted down the first. Alvin's up with it. He throws over to Reynolds covering first. Now you got runners at second and third and 2 outs. And can Knobloch just bust this game open, put an amen to it. He's 0 for 3. He has a walk in this game. And that's going to be a pop-up down out in shallow right field. And Zuki comes running in, makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. To the top of the 8th we go in a 4-run lead for the Twins. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Schuler. Then we're back to the top of the order in Ichiro and Reynolds. See who's going to come off the bench here. The only lefty they got on the bench is Kyle Seager. So Kyle come off the bench. And Kyle, he is 0 for 8 on the year. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Killebrew. Killebrew's been busy the last few innings. He fires over to Carew, and there's 1 down. And Ichiro comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. He's grounded out to the mound twice and flew out. That's going to be a ground ball down to Carew. Carew calls off Dave, takes it himself. And now there is 2 down. And Reynolds comes to the plate. And he's 1 for 3 today. Singleton came around to score, struck out his last time up. Not this time. He gets a hold of this. Harold does. See where this one lands out. That's going to be hit down the second. Nice play by Knobloch to knock it down. That's going to be a single. So Reynolds gets aboard here. And Alex Rodriguez is up. Can Alex get him back in this game with 1 swing in the bat? He is 0 for 3 today. Runner down at first. 2 outs. The pitch to Rodriguez. And that's going to be a deep fly ball out the left field, but Larry's got room short of the track, makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 8th in a 6-2 Mariners game. You got Carew due up here, followed by Puckett and Killebrew. And let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here. Raphael's going to come out of the bullpen. And Rafael Sornano, this is his 7th appearance. He is a record of 1-0 with a 3.38 ERA. Like I say, he'll be facing the 2, 3, 4 hitters, Carew, Puckett, and Killebrew. And Carew is 2 for 4. He hit that 2-run homer his last time up. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. He turns on this one. Suzuki gets over quickly. Carew makes a big turn, but he'll hold it first. And now you got Puckett up. And Puckett is 0 for 2. He has walked twice in this game. Matter of fact, he has walked his last 2 times up. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. 36 should be fielding column 1. And it is, so that's going to be a single in the center, and the runner will get down the second as Griffey couldn't quite get to it. So now you got the first 2 batters aboard here against Raphael, and Killebrew's at the plate. And Harmon is 0 for 3. He has walked. He has grounded out and popped up. He struck out his last time up. First and second, nobody out, already up 6-2. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Baez makes the catch. And there's 1 down. And Larry Heisel comes to the plate. Larry's 1 for 4 with a 2 RBI single. He's reached on an error. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes to him. Can he take advantage of this 2-0 pitch? And nope, he comes back. Raphael does and strikes him out. Can he get out of this mess with nobody scoring? Still runners at first and second. And now there's 2 outs and Torrey Hunter's up. He's 0 for 4. And that's going to be another 2-0 count. He can't keep falling behind and getting away with it, or can he? And yes, he can, because he comes back and strikes out Hunter after falling behind 0-2. Now to win the inning. And the Twins strand 2. We go to the top of the 9th. It's a 6-2 ball game. I think that might be it for Dave. He's pitched a hell of a game now. Let's see here. Do we want to take him out? Let's look. Take a look here. So they're going to let him pitch, but they definitely got the bullpen warming up. They'll have Nathan out there in Worthington. They got a lefty in the bullpen, Perkins. So he's got the big boys coming up. Griffey, Martinez, and Baez. It's a 6-2 game. They'll probably let him get 2 base runners. So Griffey is 1 for 2 with those 2 RBIs. Griffey hit a 2-run homer back in the fourth. He walked his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Puckett makes a nice play. Takes a hit away from Griffey. And there's one down. A tip of the hat to Puckett. One down, and Martinez is up. And Edgar's 0 for 2. He has flown out, walked, and struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a Baltimore chomp out in front of the plate. Beatty makes a nice play, picks it up, fires down to Carew for out number 2. And the Mariners are down to their last at bat. And Abayaz is 1 for 3 in the game. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Dave ends this game in style with his 5th strikeout. The Mariners come up short. It's a 6-2 Twins lead win. Let's take a look here at the box score.